A generational curse happens when someone in your bloodline breaks spiritual law, right? You break spiritual law against someone else in your bloodline. And you could break spiritual law in many ways. In my family, it seems like the women, and I'm not even going to call them women, the girls, even if they 80, the girls, because they have an immature way of thinking and seeing the world, they still work out of their hurt and their pain, right? They can't love anybody else because they hate themselves, and it shows up. But anytime someone breaks spiritual law and spiritual principle, right, they try to hide that, and it's just like bearing a seed. And even though they don't think it's growing, it is growing, right? Throughout the generations, you got that bad blood in that bloodline because you have people who break spiritual law. I talk a lot about incest, which a lot of people have experienced some form of as a child, some more severe than others. And if that has happened to you, I apologize for that. Being someone who experienced that, I didn't understand how that would impact my life and how I view relationships and the people that I chose. I did not understand the ramifications of such abuse. Because it's coming from some people that you love, so that's kind of twisted. It's coming from people that's family, so that's kind of twisted. So it just has you twisted, right? So it's not uncommon for people to experience abuse and then they turn the other way because you're no longer the same once you've experienced any type of abuse. And I don't care what you say. Incest is a form of abuse, right? So my thing is, not understanding that when you break spiritual laws and spiritual principles and you don't say nothing, that's your secret, and you keep victimizing your family members because you won't seek the help or you won't get in touch with whatever's going on with you, right? I don't know what possessed the girls in my family to do some of the things that they do and think that they are desirable girls, right? Even if they 70 and 80 years old, I'm calling them girls because they have a maturation level of a teenager, or I don't know. But it's interesting to see how older people want to keep those secrets tucked away because they're embarrassed by them, but they don't want to change the behaviors. They're embarrassed by them, but they don't want to change the behaviors because their mental illness, which is, I don't want to say vanity. I don't know. Their narcissism don't want to be embarrassed with the truth. We just want to do our dirt, and we just want to be okay doing our dirt. We're not thinking about the family line and what we're leaving and how we're adding to the lineage. And we don't care about adding more debt, and we don't care about repeating the same shit. We don't care. That thinking. They refuse to change it. But yeah, generational curses, they occur when you've experienced some type of trauma. You might find out that your mother experienced the same type of trauma. And her mother probably experienced the same type of trauma. And that thing been growing. Somebody got to say something to stop that shit. Stop the bleed. Right? It is going to take some courage to do that. And everybody going to hate you for it. But all the girls in my generational line, my bloodline, who has ever experienced any form of SA, I freed you. You no longer got to hold that. You no longer got to hold that. That's not yours. Right? And you still worthwhile. And you still beautiful. But you got to know that. And the ancestors came for me to tell y'all, put your crown on. Make sure that it remains straight. Because they watching. They watching. And what they see, disappointed. They disappointed. Y'all be good.